want to secure the steering wheel, what you can do is take the seat belt, and if you move the seat up enough, you could actually plug it in, or you could just wrap it around a couple times. You don't want the steering wheel spinning once the steering box is disconnected, because you're going to mess up the clock spring. I want to disconnect the lower intermediate shaft from the steering box. Use an 11mm socket. And right in between these hoses is where the bolt is. You can use a magnet and grab the bolt, slide it out. You should replace this bolt. Now I'm going to use a pry bar and just pry the intermediate shaft off the steering box. Try to get this off from up top, and if you're having trouble, you might be able to get it from underneath. From underneath, if you have a shield right here, you want to take that off. There should be 15mm bolts holding that on. Then you can access this right here. Take your pry bar and just give it a tap, and it popped right off. It's a good idea to put a drain bucket underneath the car in this location, because we're going to pop these power steering lines off. Use an 18mm wrench and loosen up this line right here. It's the pressure line. And take that off. Now we're going to take the return hose off. Just take the hose clamp pliers, move this hose clamp, and just pull the hose a little bit while you wiggle this back and forth. There you go. Remove the wheel. Use a 22mm socket. Take the lug nuts off. Take the wheel off. Remove this shield from underneath. There's 4 bolts holding it in. Use a 15mm socket. And slide it down. Take this nut off for the Pitman arm. Use a 21mm socket. You want to disconnect the Pitman arm from this steering linkage. You can use a pickle fork or other front end removal tools. Just slide this in position. And that came apart pretty easy. Normally it takes a lot more effort. There's 3 bolts here holding the steering box on. You can take those out with a 21mm socket. Once you get to the last bolt, just support the steering box. Then you can grab the steering box, slide it up, and slide it out. Take this nut off. I'm going to use a 34mm socket. Take this washer off. Now you're going to push this little dust seal down. You can use a pick or a trim tool. And take a Pitman Arm Puller. And tighten this down. And slide it right off. Take the new Pitman arm, and then there is some slots or a key that you have to line up with those on the shaft. Line that up, put the lock washer on, and put the nut on. Start by tightening this down. Then you want to torque that nut to 184 foot-pounds. If you have to, put it in a vise. Take this dust shield and just pry this up a little bit. That's just going to cover the splines up, keep the dirt and debris out of there. That's good, just like that. Take the box and just just slide it in position. And slide the Pitman arm into the linkage. Then line the box up, get these bolts started. And tighten these bolts down. Now torque these bolts to 110 foot-pounds. Take this nut and put this on. Then we're going to torque that to 46 foot-pounds. Take a cotter pin and line it up. If it doesn't line up with the hole, you can tighten this up a little bit more. Slide that through and bend this over. And trim the rest. Line the steering shaft back up. Make sure the wheels are straight. Now I push that shaft all the way down, take the bolts, get the bolts lined up, and get that bolt started by hand, and tighten it down, and torque that bolt to 37 foot-pounds. And reinstall the hose clamp. And I'll reinstall the return hose. Make sure that's on there good. That looks right. Now take the pressure hose and line this up and get this started by hand. And take a wrench and tighten this down. When you get close to tightening this down, just move this hose over a little bit. You just don't want this right up against the housing of the steering box. And snug this up. If you have the ability to torque this with a torque wrench, if you have a crow's foot, torque that to 20 foot-pounds. Put this shield up. Get the bolts lined up. And snug these down. Put the wheel up. And put the lug nuts on. Now I'm going to torque the wheels down to 140 foot-pounds in a cross pattern to tighten the wheel down evenly. And just go around again. Double check. Now we want to top off the power steering fluid. The reservoir is right here. Just take the cap off, take a funnel, and use the appropriate power steering fluid. You want to check the fluid level. You want it more above this line, not too close to the high or the hot line. Somewhere around this area. Put it back in, double check it. And we're right about halfway up, so that's good for now. Now if you have a hydro boost system, so your brake booster looks like this, it doesn't have the big vacuum booster, then the system for bleeding it is going to be slightly different. With the hydro boost system, you want to start the vehicle and pump the brake pedal about 10 to 15 times and then shut the vehicle off. Then you're going to raise the front wheels off the ground, turn the key on with the engine off, and turn the wheel back and forth stop to stop about 15 times. If you don't have a hydro boost system, you only have to do the last part. You raise the front wheels off the ground, turn the wheel back and forth about 15 to 20 times and readjust your fluid level. After you're done this repair, you want to bring the vehicle to a local garage and have it aligned. You don't want to have premature tire wear or have the steering wheel off center.